Welcome to the Rock and Review. I'm thrilled to have on the incredible band Ida Mae. You've probably seen them on tour with Greta Van Fleet and so many other bands. They've got a huge tour coming up this fall. But most important, Chris Turpin and Stephanie Jean have a new album, Chasing Lights. And I love this album.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys really put your heart and soul into this, and I want to make sure our viewers know, you guys started out, in bands years ago in England, and this thing kind of developed with Ida Mae. How did you come up with the name Ida Mae?
Well, we were in rock and roll bands, but we were always deeply influenced by the blues and early country music, and it got heavier and heavier, and with Ida Mae, we wanted to go back to the first thing we ever did, singing together on our own. And the first song we learned to sing together was called Ida Mae. It's an old blues song by Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, and I think Lightning Hopkins does it as well.
Well, and I'll tell you, Chris, listening to you guys play and sing together, it's just amazing. And the videos are so much fun. Like on Reaching, we were talking about it. I felt like I was watching an art film on your website, to where it's like, you guys are in the cool car, you got a guy taking pictures, at the end of the video, you got your friends pulling the car.
Yeah. We did some strange things. Yeah,
I loved it.
We did it with all our friends in England.
Back in the UK before we came out, and it was inspired by all our road trips in the Deep South and writing and playing here, but then we wanted to do it very British sort of sensibility. And
I loved it. I loved the whole vibe of it, but also I think it fed well to Reaching the song. And I wanted to bring up for our viewers to where, you guys spent 6 months writing these songs, in an attic?
We were, we were living in
London.
central London in Holloway, but then we were getting booked and coming and writing out in Nashville and doing tours in the Deep South and various different
And then going back and forth to London.
So we wrote the record somewhere between Nashville and somewhere between London and our hometown. So everything kind of mashed together into the record.
Well, I'll tell you what, and once again, going through, listening to the entire album, there's so many great songs on here. Obviously, I'm a fan of Boom Boom Boom, My Girl's a Heartbreak, but on Boom Boom Boom, you got a friend on there.
We did, yeah. We had some pretty heavy jams, but the heaviest one is when Dweezil Zappa came and played on Boom Boom Boom, the opening track.
And then you guys got to do a show with him as well in London.
He invited us out to play with him
the night before.
The night before at the Royal Festival Hall.
Good
through
heavens.
Instagram.
We did Cosmic Debris with him.
Well, but the thing is, luckily you had weeks of preparation before the show, right?
Yeah, about 12 hours,
12 hours?
Yeah, 12 hours. Yeah, no big deal. Just 3,500 people sold out. No big deal.
Between friends.
Never met him before either.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So amazing. Well, you guys sound like you played together forever on here.
It was pretty cool.
And you and I were talking too about some of the great sounds that you got guitar-wise. And I know you're a guitar nut like myself.
I'm a guitar geek.
Yeah. And you have some incredible pieces on the road, your national guitars, your Gretches.
Yeah.
And then also you have the amazing Audition.
Yeah. Which is, on My Girl's a Heartbreak. It's a strange old 1960s catalog guitar. Sort of a Taisco, sort of made in Japan, that ended up being my slide guitar, and the pickups in it are made of magnetized rubber, apparently. It's the cheapest
Which
guitar.
is always known as the best method for tonality.
Oh, yeah. It's good as an old
quality.
PAF pickup. It's a very similar
Squeaky
quality.
recorded it for you.
Yeah.
Mr. Squeaky's name.
We named it.
But also, you got to tell the story, Krista, where you busted this guitar up at a show, and part of it got stolen.
I mean, all of my guitars have been through the wars, but that one, was broken in half at a show.
You smashed it in your rock and roll days.
Back in the rock and roll days, it was smashed in half, and a fan ran off with the body, and then I was heartbroken, and the next day they felt so guilty that they brought it back to the venue with an apology note.
It was very sweet.
It was
That's
actually
amazing.
very English.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but isn't that great though that the fan brings it back and then you put it back together and then it's on the album?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been glued back together as well. The whole neck is in splinters. That thing, but yeah.
But that just makes it more solid then. The glue makes it
Exactly,
stronger.
it's tone glue.
Yes, tone glue. I love
Tone
that.
glue, yeah.
Well, you guys have been getting rave reviews from Billboard, the BBC, Rolling Stone, everybody. But, it's so much fun hearing your music, and when it first came my way, I thought, it's going to be more bluesy. No, it's really got rock and everything, and your harmonies with each other, and the songwriting. I think you can tell, when the way you guys craft songs together as a team, you really have the imagery of it.
Amazing,
Fantastic. Well, that's for us was the biggest thing. Songs are everything, and we know that being in Nashville, you know.
And you're based here in Nashville.
And we are
now.
based here
We
in
are,
Nashville.
yeah.
When you're not on world tours,
Yes.
playing
We have
to
a room
millions
here.
of adoring
We have
fans.
a room
We
here
have a
to
room
keep
that
the
we
guitars
occasionally
in.
frequent.
Yeah. But it was all about the songs for us, and we cite 1920s deep blues and Hank Williams
Early
and Carter
country
family,
and-
early country as influences, and Woody Guthrie. That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
our heart is. But the whole record, we want it to be a journey. So there's a little bit of everything.
So
up
and so
down.
you're actually touring in the car that was in the videos and reaching.
Oh yeah, of
Oh,
course.
I
yeah.
wish.
Yeah.
Well, do I? Actually,
You
I'm
do.
Because I
not
don't know how
stressful.
well, you could fit in maybe a ukulele in the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was not a good drive either.
It was
looks good.
uncomfortable. It looks great.
It did look great.
All
You
the
guys, you
good-looking
look like a
things are
classic rock and roll because you
Yeah.
had the right clothes. I mean,
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
car.
You know, we're actually in a pig farm in my
We're in
hometown
a pig
England.
farm.
It's not as glamorous as it looks.
it's a rock and roll pig farm. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's
yeah.
where it's where
pigs.
Lemmy and everybody must have hung
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah, it's a very lot of heritage site. It's a heritage site. Yeah.
Well, now I know you're going to have more tours coming up later this fall and everything. And what's it like touring with Greta Van Fleet?
Well, we literally, that tour was the biggest tour we've
It was
ever
huge.
done.
I mean, there was stadiums and arenas and
We've-
just the
and
two
it was
of
just
us.
the two
you
of
know.
us in Forest Hill Stadium, where Hendrix played and was booed off, opening for the Monkees, and 15,000 people I think was the biggest. And
It
we
was
still,
amazing.
we hadn't, at that point in time, we hadn't had our record out, so it was a real
But their
sort of
fans
do or
were
die
amazing. And the
mentality.
first 3 rows, every show were like the same people. So by the end, everyone
Well, you know
was
what, and
singing
I love
along
one of the
and, you know.
videos, and I think it was on Instagram, Stephanie, to where you guys had it, to where you guys are backstage and heading out, and then the camera's behind you, and you can see this sea of people,
Yeah.
and it's just the two of you, and I'm like going, wow.
Yeah.
just the two of us and this.
And that
And
the
we opened
And a
tambourine,
song in your
yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
We opened with we were opening with Mississippi Fred McDowell, we were playing Woody Guthrie and our own songs, and they were screaming. Like it was like we were a boy band or something. To
It
Fred
was
McDowell.
fun. It was
amazing.
fun. You just put your hands in the air and everyone screams. I'm
That
gonna
is
miss
so
that.
amazing.
And they're
you guys
great
are
guys.
doing it, but also, obviously, the bands that you're touring with realize how gifted and talented you guys are to bring you along on the show, because, I mean,
It was very
you wouldn't be
kind
there
of them,
otherwise.
Yeah.
It was very lucky.
And they are
we
lovely
feel,
people.
Yeah, we feel very lucky for the tours that we've had since we've been here, and they're amazing musicians and fantastic players. So.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just
I've got a
treat.
feeling with the new album, Chasing Lights, that you're going to be getting a lot of radio play and doing a lot more touring and
I
with
think so.
other big bands and musicians in the coming months, right?
We've got a lot in the
Yeah.
pipeline. Yeah,
Yeah.
some we can announce and some we can't. But
Exciting.
we're going out with Josh Ritter across Europe, which is going to be fun, in the UK.
Yeah. That would be
And then we have a
beautiful.
few other bits after that, which we can't announce.
What does
But
it feel like going back into the UK, going back home when you're based out of Nashville now?
we've been so busy that we've just been living out of a suitcase, really.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's nice to have all your
we-
friends at the shows and stuff. But,
Right.
You know,
But Nashville's beginning to feel like home.
Yeah.
The community here is just incredible.
Well, and
So
also,
it's a
you
real
being
treat.
a guitar nut does not hurt because it does kind
Guitar
of feed it
town.
here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dangerous for me to be here.
Although, like we were talking with Stephanie, though, when you're out on tour, it's easy to find other maybe nice instruments along the road. You were telling me about
Yeah.
the 3 shabby Les Pauls you got to play in Seattle.
I had a very Emerald City guitar. Shout out to those guys. I happened to walk in just as they had finished reviewing 359 Gibson Les Pauls, and I got to sit and play them all. The Son of a Preacher Man, Bonamasses, and just had my mind blown.
they were
That's
amazing.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, and I used to work in vintage guitars,
Right,
so I'm
yeah.
a real geek. When
And
it
so
comes
you
to
know
that
your stuff.
Yeah, well, I try to. Yeah.
No.
I think so.
And this is how I can justify buying things when I find them.
well,
you know.
you're on tour now. You got a new album. You got to have
I
guitars,
know,
right?
I know. You know,
Yeah.
moments in time.
Yeah, you got, at least then you can justify them.
Different.
Yeah,
You need-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 for each
Yeah.
song at least. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got a roadie like bringing them out to you, tuning
Yeah.
them up for you.
Well, we did all these tours. We haven't had any
It was
techs.
just
it's
us.
just us. Yeah. So if I snap a string, I have to go into the other guitar, and I have a little 1920s acoustic. This being my main
Right.
guitar, and then my Gretsch's or the Silvertone I picked up on the last tour.
Oh,
so if I snap a
gorgeous.
string, they're not like for like. I just have to pick up the next.
You have to
guitar.
pull a BB
Yeah.
King and actually just change it out and keep going.
I've
Yeah.
done that plenty.
Well, where is the best place with your website, social media, and everything for viewers to find you guys?
It's
Yeah, we're
idamaemusic.com and our Instagram, Ida Mae Music, and Ida Mae Web for Twitter and Facebook.
Facebook.
as
You guys have a
well.
lot of fun on Instagram.
We try to do the Instagram thing.
Yeah.
There are some amazing fans out there.
I
and
found
we
some
try to
great
get
moments
involved.
on there.
Yeah, we try and keep that happening.
There's quite a few
Right.
good fails on there as well.
There's a lot of
which
good
But
we-
sometimes the fails are the most fun, Stephanie. You know,
Yeah.
so you gotta have those too. It shows the human side. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, the new album, Chasing Lights. It's such a great album, but you know,
Thank you.
I really I hope that the viewers don't just go out and download their favorite song or anything like that, or the coolest video song like Reaching, but get the vinyl. You know, and so, you know,
Good
just
man.
go ahead and buy the whole album, however you consume music, because you're going to love these guys and you're going to see them live on tour this year. Check out their website, their social media. It's Ida Mae, Chasing Lights, Rock and Roll is Alive, and you got to catch them live to really know it. Thanks for watching The Rock and Review.
Thank you.